Alright, today we're diving into some spicy anime discourse. Apparently, my boy Harmon Smith, who I'm sure is a lovely human being, dropped a video claiming Spy Family is better than literally every other anime ever made. Now, I'm not here to hate on Spy Family. I love Spy Family. Anya is a national treasure, and if you don't agree, you're weird and I don't trust you as a human. But to say it is objectively better than all these other shows, that's like saying water is better than oxygen. Like, yeah, water's great, but you kind of need both, you know?
Why, yes, Spy Family is better than Berserk. It is better than Vagabond. It is better than, like, Jujutsu Kaisen. It is better than Chainsaw Man. It is better than Undead Unluck. It is better than whatever else, like, Flavor of the Month, slop that people have been talking about lately.
Let's address the elephant in the room. Comparing Spy Family to Berserk is like comparing a puppy to a chainsaw. They're both great, but they're serving completely different purposes. Spy Family is a wholesome, family-friendly comedy with a spy twist. Berserk is... well, Berserk. It's like if someone took every bad day you've ever had and turned it into a medieval nightmare. They're not comparable. But here's the thing, tone doesn't determine quality. Just because something is dark doesn't make it bad. And just because something is lighthearted doesn't make it shallow. Spy Family is fantastic at what it does, but it's not trying to do what Berserk does, and that's okay. But stop trying to pretend like we have to rank everything on a tier list. It makes no sense.
Oh yeah, Freeran, yeah. Like, oh man, I'm an immortal elf, like, oh, who's had to spend 100 years to figure out that some guy liked me. Unbelievable, cringe, broken, just a complete failure on everyone's part, okay? Like, Freeran is the most overhyped slop of the decade, okay? I'm so tired of hearing about it. I don't want to see it anymore. I don't want to see people act like, oh man, existentialism, like, bro, like, no, I don't care about an elf that fights demons, okay? Boring, broken, just forgettable slop.
Hold up. What? Freeran is forgettable slop? Bro, did we watch the same show? Freeran is about an elf who's lived for thousands of years, grappling with the weight of time, loss, and the fleeting nature of a human life. It's like if Tolkien and Studio Ghibli decided to have a baby, and that baby decided to emotionally destroy you. Armin's out here like, oh, I don't care about no fighting demons. First of all, Freeran's not even about fighting demons all the time. It's about life. It's about the quiet moments, the regrets, the connections we make along the way. It's like calling The Shawshank Redemption a prison escape movie. Sure, technically, but you're missing the point completely.
The thing that American audiences need to understand is that media being darker doesn't necessarily mean it's better. Okay, this is the grim reality when it comes to, like, anime fans in general, is that they have this weird misconception that, like, ooh, it's dark and mysterious, and there's all this blood, and ooh, all the characters are traumatized, and this is what makes anime great. Ooh, like, no, like, the reality is...
Okay, bro, here's the thing. Uplifting doesn't mean automatically superior. Spy Family is great because it's uplifting. Freeran is great because it's melancholic. Berserk is great because it's brutal. Vinland Saga is great because it's philosophical. Each of these shows is doing something different, and that's what makes anime special. Harmon's out here acting like Spy Family is some kind of antidote to Western family dysfunction. Like, bro, it's a show about a spy, an assassin, and a telepathic kid pretending to be a family. It's not that deep, and that's okay. Not everything has to be a commentary on society. Sometimes it's just fun to watch Anya make silly faces.
When it comes to something like Spy Family, like, I feel as if general audiences don't understand how excellent of, like, a family comedy Spy Family actually is.
And you're completely right. Spy Family is an amazing family comedy, for sure. But now imagine Spy Family if it was as dark as Berserk. Would it still be as good? Probably not. That's why everything has its own time and place. I'm sure you wouldn't like Spy Family if it was as philosophical as Vinland Saga. You like it because it's lighthearted, not because it's some life-changing family dysfunction handbook. Like, come on, be real, dude.
As opposed to something like Berserk, where he just goes like, oh man, I'm so angry, I can't die, oh, I gotta kill Gorilla. Like, it's just like, when you look at something like Berserk, What you get is something that's try hard, something that's lazy, something that's completely unfinished, right? You get something that really should have ended in like the 80s.
All right, let's talk about Berserk. Armin's calling it try hard and unfinished. First of all, Spy Family also isn't done. The manga's still going. But yeah, it's unfinished. The author passed away, and that's tragic. But to call it try hard? Bro, Berserk is one of the most influential manga of all time for a reason. It's like calling The Godfather try hard because it's about the mafia. Berserk isn't just dark for the sake of being dark. Like, yeah, there are certain points in the story where even I'm like, you could have gone a little bit, no, not as hard there. But it's a story about trauma, survival, and the human condition. Griffith's betrayal isn't just edgy. It's a pivotal moment that defies the entire series. From the moment Griffith betrays Guts, the entire show changes. And yeah, it's brutal, but that's the point. Life can be brutal. Berserk doesn't sugarcoat it, and that's why it resonates with so many people.
Because it really fills a void that the Western world has desperately been trying to avoid. You know, has been desperately trying to push through like propaganda like The Simpsons, South Park, Family Guy. This idea that like American families are somehow dysfunctional, you know, like this idea that like the family unit is like doomed to failure and everybody's dysfunctional and everything's bad all the time and it's normal, bro. Like just laugh at it. Oh, we make fun of everyone, bro, except liberals. Like, oh, we make fun of everyone, bro. Like it's just a giant cope to try and justify their progressive worldview. These
Brother, it's a show about a fucking spy, an assassin, and a telepathic kid. Oh, and a telepathic dog. Like, come on, really? You're gonna pull the, Spy Family really proves how the Western media and the libs are really brainwashing today's society. Like, oh, bro, come on, really?
These shows were made by people who attended the most progressive colleges in the world, and as a result of it, have been indoctrinated into this mindset that the American family unit must be destroyed, right? That is the real red pill behind adult animation. It's why it's all garbage. It's why it's all of it is disposable. You know, people talk about Family Guy all the time and how trashy it is. All of the shows are like that. Every single.
Look, I love Spy Family, but let's not pretend it's some deep societal commentary. It's really not. It's heartwarming, but it's not a manifesto on familiar values. And that's okay. Not everything has to be. Spy Family is great because it's lighthearted, uplifting. Berserk, Frieren, Villain Saga, and all the other anime you've named are great because they explore darker, more complex themes. They're not competing, they're complementing each other, as I said. So let's stop, trying to pit them against each other. There's really no need. Anime is more like a medium, not a genre. There's room for all of it. And if you can't see that, well, Harmon, then maybe you're the one who's missing the point.